The full moon in Aquarius. Time to embrace your individuality and envision a bold new future for yourself and the collective good. Hello, beautiful people. Life can be a challenge, but at least we have each other. Yes, the full moon in Aquarius energy begins on August 19th or August 20th, depending on where you live. So in the first part of this video, I'm gonna go over the 3 things that everyone should know about this full moon. Then I will go over how it will affect your individual sign. Okay, no more wasting time. Let's go. The full moon in Aquarius takes place on Monday, August 19th at 6:26 p.m. Universal Time, which will be at 11:26 a.m. Pacific Time, 2:26 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And for those of you in the Southern Hemisphere, this will be at 4:26 a.m. on Tuesday, August 20th in Sydney, Australia, and 8:26 p.m. on Monday, August 19th in Johannesburg, South Africa. So let's jump right into the 3 things you need to know in order to make the most of this energetic opening. Number 1, this full moon will bring the powerful energy of the number 1, the number 2, and the magical tarot energy of the star card. The number 1 in numerology symbolizes a pioneering spirit, determination, and the ability to take initiative. So for those of you that are living where the full moon takes place on the 19th, or for those of you that are seeing the number 1 often, this is a message from the universe that you do have what it takes within you to achieve your goals. It's a matter of you taking initiative. And by taking that first step, which much of the time is the hardest step to take, but once you take that first step, you will see that your lack of motivation or fear will quickly shift into excitement and inspiration. And I know Mercury will be retrograde during this full moon, but sometimes the first step is reassessing your situation and creating a plan. So that way when Mercury goes direct, you can hit the ground running and begin to execute that plan. The number 2 in numerology represents balance, harmony, and partnership. So for those of you that live where the full moon takes place on the 20th, or for those of you that are seeing the number 2 often, this is a message for you that you could greatly benefit from working towards your goals in some sort of partnership. You are being shown that although you can do it alone, that doesn't mean that you have to. And it means that you can be much more powerful with the support and input from a partner. And this could also indicate that if you are in some sort of relationship that is a constant source of stress for you, that you would benefit by resolving those issues, because the stress and heaviness of that relationship may be exactly what's holding you back. And the star card symbolizes hope, inspiration, and renewal. This card advises you to have faith in the future even when faced with challenges. This is the don't worry, everything will be okay card, as long as you maintain a positive mindset and you set clear goals and you believe in your abilities. This is a time to stay true to yourself and to use your creativity and your intuition to guide your actions toward success. Number 2. This full moon in Aquarius will be forming a challenging aspect with Mercury retrograde in Leo, a positive aspect with Jupiter in Gemini, and a challenging aspect with Uranus in Taurus. The moon's relationship with Mercury, the planet of communication that will be retrograde, is going to heighten the likelihood of conflict within your relationships, especially if someone is being narrow-minded or self-centered. So the way to counterbalance this energy is to make sure that you are taking into consideration not only how your actions and your words affect someone else, but also by taking into consideration how someone else feels or what their perspective is, even if you don't agree with them. The strength of a relationship is contingent on how connected the people in the relationship feel. And feeling heard, feeling included, and feeling a part of any decisions that are made that affect the relationship will absolutely result in a strong connection. The moon's relationship with Jupiter, the planet of good luck, expansion, growth, and prosperity, will lend to increased intuition, it will lend to increased imagination and creativity. And it will also help to elevate your mood and optimism. So Jupiter will be bringing a fantastic energy to the full moon, indicating that any ideas that you have during this time are likely to later result in success and forward movement when it comes to achieving your goals. Not to mention, anytime positive energy is coming our way, it is always a momentum shift for the better. And if you've been waiting to hear back on something, then during this full moon, this Jupiter and moon connection indicates that the news will be favorable. And the full moon's relationship with Uranus, the planet of awakenings and change, indicates just that. Sudden change, disruptions, and unexpected events. So those of you that resist change and love feeling in control, this is really going to test you. And I want you to pass this test with flying colors. So the more you can release control and accept what is and adapt to circumstances that come up with confidence, the more you will utilize the power of this full moon transit in the most beneficial way possible. And I'm not saying be passive. I'm all about being assertive, and I'm all about making change where change is possible. However, it is also important to accept things that you cannot change and then assess the situation and see what it is that you can do to get the results that you desire. Number 3, the full moon in Aquarius is a time to celebrate your unique perspectives and the unconventional wisdom that comes with them. Your originality is a gift that can inspire and uplift others. This is a time to engage in activities that expand your mind and challenge the status quo. This full moon is about progress and forward thinking, so allow yourself to envision new possibilities. Embrace change with open arms and trust that your authentic self will lead you to where you need to be. Release any fear of judgment and instead let your light shine brightly, knowing that your contributions are valuable and necessary, not only for your personal growth, but to serve as inspiration for the growth of those around you. Now let's find out what this full moon means for your individual sign. Okay, my powerful Aries, this full moon energy is going to be in your 11th house. So Aries, when this full moon takes place, there will only be about a week left of Mercury retrograde, which means that this full moon will be a time where you could potentially meet a new connection, be it a friend or a business connection made through networking, or because of Mercury retrograde, it could be a friend from the past or a business connection from the past that you reconnect with, and this connection is likely to play a large role in an opportunity that leads to success in your near future. Now, the 11th house is also the house of dreams coming true, so you may feel a surge of excitement again about your goals, along with a surge of clarity in terms of what it is you truly want. So this is going to be an excellent time for you, Aries. Not to mention, this full moon will take place a few days before the sun shifts into Virgo, so we will still be in Leo season, meaning this will be a climax point in the year for you when a major shift of positive momentum will take place, as long as you embrace the idea of taking a new perspective in the direction of your goals and the vision that you have for yourself. And also commit to giving less energy to, or even eliminating altogether, your interaction with the people, the habits, and the old perspectives that could undermine your success. So overall, Aries, think of this as a time where you can finally say goodbye to any heaviness or uncertainty that you've been feeling in your life, as you open the door not only to new possibilities, but to new people and a renewed sense of excitement when it comes to manifesting the life that you envision for yourself. So embrace this energetic opening, and happy full moon, Aries. Okay, my powerful Taurus, this full moon energy is going to be in your 10th house. So Taurus, it is go time. Mercury will be going direct a week after this full moon energy begins, and we will also be shifting from Leo into Virgo season just a few days after the full moon, which means this is going to mark a major shift from the heaviness of trying to figure things out and the feeling of being stuck in a sense, to an opening where you not only feel more confident, but you also feel lighter, because you will not be carrying the weight of the previous challenges that you've been going through. Recently, with you being affected by this Leo season energy and your Taurus energy and this full moon in Aquarius energy, more than likely you've been feeling like you've been climbing an exhausting mountain of uncertainty and frustration, and maybe even lack of motivation. But this 10th house energy is bringing you a strength of purpose. It's going to open new doors for you personally and professionally, and it sets you up to hit the ground running when we start Virgo season, which is an excellent energy for you, and when Mercury goes direct. So overall, Taurus, you can expect new job opportunities if you've been looking for new work. If you're already in a job that you like or even love, you can expect more responsibility and more recognition and potentially more money. Or if you are unhappy in your job, you may find that your current situation may come to an end. All things pointing to positive change, giving you a strong sense of security and confidence, which will translate to your outer aura being more magnetic, which will result in a stronger power of attraction. So this is a very exciting shift for you, Taurus, and a much needed shift. So embrace this energetic opening, and happy full moon, Taurus. Okay, my powerful Geminis, this full moon energy is going to be in your 9th house. So Gemini, this is going to be an incredible moment for you, because this 9th house energy is going to bring the motivation and the consistency that you need for the next 2 weeks to give you the results that assist you in bringing the vision that you have for yourself into reality. This full moon will be occurring at the end of Leo season. just a few days before Virgo season, and right before Mercury will be going direct. So if there's anything that you've been waiting on in terms of an answer to a question or the result of an interview or any decision that is a yes or no type situation, this planetary alignment is very favorable for you. So it's likely that if a yes is what you're looking for, a yes is what you're going to get. Also, if you've just been unsure about something in general, this full moon will bring you the clarity that you seek. Now, this full moon is also about innovation and forward thinking, which you are extremely capable of, Gemini. So leading up to this full moon, this will be a time of creative inspiration for you. And the 2 weeks following the full moon will be time where you can really take those creative ideas and that inspiration and begin to create a plan for yourself on how you're going to bring that vision to light. And once Mercury goes direct, this will be the time that you can hit the ground running and watch the magic happen. Now, this full moon is going to mark a shift in your confidence and in your perspective. And it will also bring back your optimism, Gemini, which you may already have been feeling, but just know this momentum is going to pick up. And because of this, your manifesting power will increase as the year continues. So just know it is onward and upward from here, Gemini. Leave any frustrations in the past and know that this full moon in Aquarius is reminding you of how intelligent and creative and capable you are. And as long as you implement consistency and focus into the equation, you will be unstoppable. So embrace this energetic opening and happy full moon, Gemini. Okay, my powerful Cancerians, this full moon energy is going to be in your 8th house. So Cancers, it is that time of year for things to get a little serious and in the best way possible. All people, no matter what sign they are, all of us have things about ourselves that we can improve upon. Meaning there are things that we can do differently, ways of thinking that we can transform, habits that we can overcome in order to not only be more effective at achieving our goals, but also be more effective at consistently remaining in a place of fulfillment and joy. And when there is a full moon in the 8th house, I get extremely excited because that means that the universe is at a specific energetic balance to assist me when it comes to doing what it's doing for you right now, which is helping you identify what habit it is that you know you want to break. Because during this time, more than any other time of year, you have the highest likelihood of overcoming this habit and being successful at replacing that habit with a behavior that assists you in being more effective and achieving your goals, which will also make you more effective at maintaining peace of mind, confidence, and an overall feeling of happiness. And keep in mind that this doesn't have to be a habit. The 8th house full moon is assisting you in changing whatever issue you identify as a source of stress or a major distraction or a complication that you know undermines your progress. So your only job, Cancers, during this full moon is to identify what that is for you. Believe that you can do something about it. Believe that it can change. And even if it is a situation that is outside of your control, like an issue someone else is causing in your life, you still have the power to shift how you respond to those circumstances. And that shift in perspective can have a high likelihood of changing how that situation affects you. So Cancers, look at this as a major moment in your life where if this is a habit that you need to change, then you say to yourself that you know you can do it and the change starts now. And if it's a situation where there are other people involved and the situation has a negative effect on your life, you say this is where you take your power back and you start to respond to this situation or these people differently and in a way that is in your soul's best interest. However this manifests in your life, this is truly the full moon of transformation for you, Cancers. We hear that word a lot these days, but here it truly applies. And on the other side of this full moon is a new chapter for you, realizing just how strong you are and just how capable you are of not only being the best version of yourself, but of manifesting the life that you have envisioned for yourself. So embrace this energetic opening and happy full moon, Cancers. Okay, my powerful Leos, this full moon energy is going to be in your 7th house. So Leo, your season will be coming to a close, and I hope it has been an amazing rebirth time for you and that it has been and continues to be the start of a new chapter of major manifesting in all areas of your life. But this full moon is here to remind you that relationships are a major part of the equation when it comes to life and that balance necessary to be able to maintain the happiness and fulfillment that you deserve. So as this full moon approaches and for the following 2 weeks after the full moon, do not be surprised if a major conflict comes up either in a romantic relationship, or that's if you're in a relationship, or this could also be a work relationship, a family relationship, or a friendship. And if this does come up, before you make any final decisions about what to do about the conflict, make sure to ask yourself, what part did you play in creating the conflict? What can you do to actively be a part of the resolution? And what can you learn about yourself and what you can do in the future to handle any similar situations that come up more effectively? A full moon in Aquarius is all about forward thinking, about forward movement, progressive ideas, and innovation. So this is an opportunity to solve any issues within a relationship by making sure you are looking at things differently, Leo. We can never solve a problem with the same mindset that we created the problem. So it is an incredible opportunity to change your perspective. And this change in perspective will result in a change in action. And this change in action will result in healing and resolution in any relationships that may be having challenges. Now, I know that conflict takes two people. So it's most helpful if both people are changing their perspective and willing to play a part in the resolution. But as long as you know you've done everything in your power, everything that you can on your side of the street, and the best way you know how to, you can accept the outcome with the confidence that you did your best, and hopefully resolution will be the result. But if not, you will at least know that you grew from the experience, and it will result in you doing better the next time something comes up in a relationship. So overall, Leos, this full moon is an exciting time for growth, for understanding, hopefully resolution, and for deepening the connections in your life. So embrace this energetic opening, and happy full moon, Leos. Okay, my powerful Virgos, this full moon energy is going to be in your 6th house. So Virgo, you are the ruler of the 6th house. So this full moon is going to feel very natural for you. Not overly emotional and not necessarily uncomfortable. It's going to be more about you emphasizing the importance of the things that you are good at focusing on, which are the details of your day-to-day life in terms of your schedule and your work, and also your health, Virgo. The thing is, you tend to stress out or overthink, which can cause either headaches or digestive issues or both. And this full moon is going to bring the opportunity for you to begin to alleviate these symptoms if you are currently feeling them. And it will also give you the opportunity to change up the way you approach certain things in order to potentially have these headaches and digestive issues become a thing of the past. Now, this full moon being in Aquarius is all about innovation, and it's about change. So this full moon for you will be bringing light to the fact that you spend a lot of time analyzing either something that you've done in the past or focusing on the what ifs of the future. So this full moon for you is the perfect time to embrace the power of the present moment. If you read the book, The Power of Now, Virgos, that book will change your life because everyone can benefit from it, but overthinkers will benefit the most. Now, that being said, this 6th house will be a time for you to implement a meditation practice, even if it's just starting within 5 minutes in the morning, because you will be surprised at how effective that will be at assisting you when it comes to counterbalancing the effects of overthinking. And it will also, over time, diminish, if not completely eradicate, your tendency to overthink or even obsess over things. So overall, Virgos, look at this full moon as a time to begin the process of a healthier way of approaching stress. Think of some day-to-day activities and healthy habits that you can begin to implement physically, spiritually, and mentally to begin to lighten the load that life can bring. This shift will assist you with work, with relationships, and most importantly with your well-being, Virgo, so that way you can focus your energy on taking that beautiful creativity and intellect that you have and use it to achieve your goals and not be sidelined by any health challenges. So embrace this energetic opening, and happy full moon, Virgo. Okay, my powerful Libras, this full moon energy is going to be in your 5th house. So Libra, the excitement continues for you. Although Leo season has been a positive time for you overall, there may have been some bumps in the road due to the Mercury retrograde energy, but just know that this full moon is another positive shift for you. Mercury will be going direct very soon after this full moon energy begins, and the 5th house is bringing a shift in your mood, bringing more optimism and excitement, and it also may be bringing more romantic energy into your life. Now, if you're not looking for that, or you may even be in a phase where you're thinking the last thing you need or want in your life right now is a relationship, but don't worry, this isn't something that will bring you stress. You can look at it more as an uptick in your romantic nature. Now, whether that manifests in a romantic connection or not, that is up to you, but just know that energy is coming. Now, the 5th house also indicates a phase where you will be enjoying life more overall, which is fantastic. This will not be one of those full moons that are full of heavy emotion, the likelihood of emotion is there, but positive emotion. So if you find yourself getting emotional or even crying during this full moon, more than likely they will be tears of joy. Now this full moon will also bring clear solutions to any problems that you may have been facing. If you are a parent, you are likely to have a memorable experience with your children or child during this full moon energy. And if you're in a relationship and looking to have a child, a full moon in the 5th house is a very favorable energy, which is always exciting. So overall, Libras, this full moon for you is a pretty lighthearted energy. It's more about a big shift from any heaviness that you've been experiencing to a much more exciting, optimistic phase, which will be very welcomed, I'm sure, especially because the full moon will be happening 2 days before Virgo season, and Virgo season can be a little heavy. So enjoy this full moon energy and remember the perspective that you have during this full moon, because you will want to take that perspective with you into Virgo season. That way, the challenges of Virgo season will not throw you off balance. Remember, perspective is everything, and it plays such a huge role in how you experience life and in how situations play out. So keep this 5th house full moon excitement going into Virgo season, embrace this energetic opening, and happy full moon, Libra. Okay, my powerful Scorpios, this full moon energy is going to be in your 4th house. So Scorpio, this is going to be a time where you might feel the urge to step away a bit from the mental noise of the day-to-day activities and socializing in order to regroup and recharge, especially in the midst of this Mercury retrograde energy. The good news is Mercury will be going direct about a week after the full moon, and we will also be shifting from Leo season into Virgo season a few short days after the full moon. And Virgo season's energy is a much more momentum-based energy for you, which is great. Leo season more than likely brought about some challenges, and this full moon will be marking an ending to those challenges. The ending may come in the form of resolution and a deepening of the connection when it comes to relationships, if that's where the challenges were taking place, especially if you've been having any issues with a family member, or if it is a romantic relationship or a friendship, it hopefully will result in resolution and reconnection, but it could also result in you realizing that the relationship has run its course. Now, this full moon in Aquarius is likely to bring a focus to how you feel about your living situation. If you're happy with it, you may get motivated to redecorate or move some things around for a better energetic flow, but if you're unhappy with it, you may get inspired to move altogether or to have a much needed conversation with a roommate if they are any source of frustration or challenges. Either way, this full moon will be the perfect time to make some changes, so that way your home can serve as a foundation and peaceful place for you to recharge when necessary. And this time period will be one of those time periods that is perfect for recharging. Taking time to yourself during this full moon energy is likely to lead to major realizations about life and what it is that you really want moving forward, Scorpio, and how you're going to go about achieving it. But overall, this is a time where some positive things can absolutely take place for you, but the focus is really on giving yourself a break and a time to reinvigorate your optimism about life and just overall recharging your physical, mental, and spiritual battery. So take this very necessary break and get ready to hit the ground running when Virgo season begins and Mercury goes direct. So embrace this energetic opening and happy full moon, Scorpio. Okay, my powerful Sagittarians, this full moon energy is going to be in your 3rd house. So Sagittarius, I'm going to let you know right now that this is going to be a productive full moon, but a slightly annoying one. And what I mean by that is you're going to have a lot going on in terms of stress and pressure, which your Sagittarius energy actually handles very well. But what this is going to require from you is tapping into your networking skills. You are a fantastic communicator when you focus on problem solving and solutions. The only time you get sidetracked is if you get triggered emotionally, and then that fiery tongue of yours gets ignited and you find yourself on the attack. So with that being said, if you find yourself in a stressful situation and you find yourself getting frustrated with someone or something that is going on, it will be so important for you to take a beat and ask yourself, what is the best way for you to move forward in your soul's best interest? And the answer to that is by focusing on solutions and not placing blame or taking your time to teach someone a lesson. If you focus on solutions, you will find not only that the situation will be resolved, but the result of the experience will be forward movement and a majorly positive momentum in the direction of achieving your goals. Now, this could relate to a work situation, and this could also relate to a romantic relationship, and this could also relate to a family member or a neighbor, because this is the 3rd house bringing this energy. Just remember that this full moon is all about forward momentum, and it's all about innovation, which you are a natural at. So this can work out great as long as you don't let your emotions get the best of you, and the way to do that is by reminding yourself that when you get triggered and you react as opposed to responding from a place of presence, you are giving your power away. And I know as a Sagittarius, you are not okay with giving your power away. So keep this in mind and keep this at the forefront of your consciousness as the full moon energy comes along. Solutions, not reactive behavior. And using your incredible intellect and confidence to overcome challenges that show up, and know on the other side of this full moon energy is a strong momentum of success and magnified manifesting power. So embrace this energetic opening, and happy full moon Sagittarius. Okay, my powerful Capricorns, this full moon energy is going to be in your second house. So this is a very exciting time, Capricorns, because as much as I know you get tired of any astrologer talking to you about money, this full moon is actually an energetic opening of financial gain, meaning you will find yourself having an opportunity to embrace your worth in terms of what you deserve, and the likelihood of you getting exactly that, what you deserve, is increased, which is fantastic. So if something comes up where you have a financial opportunity, take it. Mercury will be retrograde during this full moon, so this is best if the situation is something that you may have been working on for a while, or if it was a possible opportunity that you knew about and now it has come back around. That's the best case scenario. So if this is something brand new and you have the option of waiting until Mercury goes direct, it may be a good idea to wait. But if waiting is not an option, just make sure that you really pay attention to every single detail of the opportunity. Now, the second house could also bring about a situation in a romantic relationship where you will either be confronted because the person that you are with feels like you are not treating them the way they deserve to be treated, or you may feel like you are the one who is not being treated how you deserve to be treated. But just know this will come up, so that way you can practice your ability to communicate effectively when it comes to your emotions. Now, the second house also marks a moment of possibly purchasing a big ticket item. However, Mercury will still be retrograde during this full moon, so you may want to hold off here as well, possibly until Mercury goes direct. Now, the great news is if you have an investment that you made a while back, it is likely to reach a high point of return during the second house full moon transit. So overall, Capricorn, this looks like a full moon that is going to improve your financial situation and also bring some clarity and balance to any relationships that are in a state of imbalance, which is very exciting. So embrace this energetic opening, and happy full moon, Capricorn. By the way, I apologize for all the noise because there is a helicopter flying outside of my house while I'm recording this video for you. So hopefully it didn't get in the way too much. Okay, my powerful Aquarians, this full moon energy is going to be in your first house. Okay, Aquarius, this is game on for you. You thrive when you are not restricted by the confines of someone else's small-minded perspective, and you do not in any way, shape, or form take kindly to following rules that you did not put into place or that you do not agree with wholeheartedly. However, this full moon is in your sign, in your first house, and it's bringing you a harsh dose of reality in the most positive way possible, by the way. So don't expect something horrible to be happening. The opposite is actually true. More than likely, you recently have had some experience where the circumstances have either been with your health or career or in your love life, where it was something that could have been avoided. And if you think about it, you know what behavioral change or perspective that it is that you may currently have that could change, that could not only lead to the resolution of that previous circumstance, but that could also make the likelihood of something like that happening again very, very low. So the reason I say that this is go time for you is because this is a lunar and planetary alignment that is perfectly set up for you to make a major shift and make those necessary changes that will result in you stepping into the absolute best version of yourself. This will involve embracing the idea of being a bit more regimented and maybe even implementing some rules in your life, but these rules will be self-imposed and absolutely for the greater good of your life. Now, this full moon in your first house marks a shift in how you show up for yourself, and as a result, how you show up in the world around you. And this is the perfect time of year as we quickly approach Virgo season to gain some serious momentum, so that way you can make sure to manifest the vision that you do have for yourself regarding 2024 into reality. Now, because this is in your first house, this could also mean the resolution or the completion or the actual achieving of a goal or the beginning of a relationship that you've been working on for a while. But because this is also happening during Mercury retrograde, you might not want to start a relationship that's brand new. But if it's something like you've been friends moving towards something more connected and more romantic, then this full moon can mark when that is established. So that sort of situation won't be affected by the Mercury retrograde energy. But if it's something brand new, you might want to hold off in finalizing and determining if this is something you really want to move forward with romantically until Mercury goes direct. But overall, the main focus is on you making a transformation for yourself that's going to result in a behavior change and a perspective change that is going to lead to you being much more effective in bringing yourself the joy and the happiness that you deserve, and also in you just achieving your goals overall. So this full moon may not be an overly emotional full moon for you, but it will be a major opportunity for positive change and transformation, which is very exciting. So embrace this energetic opening, and happy full moon, Aquarius. Okay, my powerful Pisces, this full moon energy is going to be in your 12th house. So Pisces, this is an excellent energy for you because although this full moon is in Aquarius, you, Pisces, are the ruler of the 12th house. So this 12th house energy matches your natural vibration perfectly. This will be a time where your intuitive nature will be at an all-time high. So if there was any time to follow your intuition and connect to your inner voice of truth, this full moon in Aquarius would be that time. If there's any question that you may have had about something in your life, be it professionally or personally or regarding a romantic relationship, you would benefit greatly if you take the time on the day of the full moon and even the days leading up to or the days after. But if you take the time to meditate on that question, then releasing that uncertainty around that question, and then go about your day-to-day activities and wait for the answer to come your way. You may feel a strong, clear answer when meditating, but if not, that's okay. Sometimes the clarity comes after, when you are just living your life. But know that clarity will be achieved. This will also be a full moon where any mental noise or frustration will be cleared from your head, and you will start to feel confident again, Pisces. Now, I also want to warn you that this full moon energy begins right before we begin Virgo season. And Virgo season is your polar opposite energy. So you will need this clarity as you move forward into Virgo season, being that your Pisces energy is going to be diminished by the sun in Virgo. But don't worry, I will be doing a Virgo season video, and I will absolutely make sure that you know the best way to make the most of that energy and still be productive and create that forward momentum as we move into the remainder of the year. Now, the 12th house is also known for bringing any secrets that need to be revealed to light. So be ready to either receive information that has been hidden from you, or if you've been the one hiding the information, be ready for that to be revealed. But either way, even when secrets that can cause complications are revealed, the result is always positive, in my opinion, because it gives you the ability to walk in authenticity, which is always a good thing. So overall, Pisces, this 12th house energy is going to be a time where you may feel the need to retreat from the chaos of the world for a bit, but it's okay, because time alone during this full moon will be greatly beneficial, and it will result in clarity and even confidence. So embrace this energetic opening, and happy full moon, Pisces. Okay, so there you have it. The top 3 things you need to know about this full moon in Aquarius, along with some insight into how your sign can make the most of this energetic opening. I hope you all enjoyed the information. If you did, please don't forget the baby tap. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and hang out with me. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.